You know how I said if we find anything that's going to be an 8 mythical or bigger, we're going to be taking them down with a bow? Well, let's just say we just found an absolute giant mythical brown bear. Welcome back to Call of the Wild, and today we're actually going to be doing something that we haven't done in a good year or so, and that is hunt Medved Taiga for brown bear. Not a lot of people like to hunt this map, and I think the reason is because they don't really know how to hunt this map. And I was one of those people. When it first came out, I honestly didn't like hunting it at all because some of the spots that you have to hunt are very, very small. And if you don't know all the big spots, then it's like you're just going to all the small spots and you get bored pretty quickly. But come to find out, you can literally hunt the entire river bottom all the way along this coast over here, and then there's a huge lake right here loaded with brown bear. We got a pretty nice brown bear out here. It's a nice boar. He's about 320 yards out and he's pretty much perfectly broadside. But what my goal is anything that's going to be 8 and above, we're going to use the bow, and anything that's basically 7 and below, we'll use a 300 bolt action rifle. But because he's perfectly broadside, we should be able to take the shot. All right, so here we go. Held it right on the crease. That should have been an awesome shot. He's definitely hit. And he's down. But here's our first nice boar brown bear down of today's hunt. Here he is. He's actually kind of like a blonde color or cinnamon. I can't remember what color he is. So he's gold. So we ended up getting a 7 very hard gold brown bear. Took a 317 yard perfect shot, tucked it right behind that front shoulder, made a beautiful shot, and a nice boar brown bear. We were heading to our next spot, and just over the horizon we noticed a couple of brown bear out there, and one of them is a pretty good boar. He's right there, a really nice male, about 200 yards out, and we should be able to put it right in front of that front shoulder and maybe catch the heart. Definitely had potential, but I do want to put another one in him just in case. Now, to be quite honest, I'm not exactly sure what happened with that first shot because it should have been a heart shot, but the second shot definitely connected because here's our brown bear laying right here. Let's have a look and see how we did. So it looks like that is not even close to what happened, unless he dodged our shot as we pulled the trigger. Like, he was down like this and we were aiming here, and somehow it's saying we hit him as he was standing up in the foot. What the heck? That makes no sense whatsoever. It's a cool bear though. He's actually a red brown, but we put a follow-up in him at 210 yards on the run, and luckily we did connect and got intestine and stomach. But that first shot there, I'm gonna have to show you what happened again because that makes no sense to me. We hit him in the paw. I don't know about that one. Luckily it wasn't that big though. I'm pretty sure that that right there might be a rare melanistic brown bear. It's a female, but I do believe I tried to get this thing during the hunt where I hunted all the animals with the 470 Nitro Express number 2 in 2021. I tried to get this one, but for some reason I think I shot the wrong one. Anyways, now that we have her right here, it's pretty awesome and we're definitely gonna take her down. We got the 300 Magnum, and there's also a nice 7 right next to her. Depending on what our drop was like, both those shots should have been decent. Put a follow-up into that one, and then where did our melanistic potential go? And that right there is why you don't want to take a front-on shot, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to hit that front shoulder or the inside brisket and you're not going to get the penetration. But in this case here, luckily we put a follow-up into it and it did take it down. Now it's just a matter of trying to find it. Not only that, the female as well, which I believe was potentially a melanistic, she went the same exact direction as our level 7. And that right there is one of them. So let's pick up our brown bear. This should be the level 7. And skull and jaw. So we didn't quite get the drop that I was anticipating on to try and go right underneath the, well, to be honest, that's a very tough shot because his head was there. I was trying to catch right below and hit like right there, which again is why you don't want to take that kind of a shot. And then we took him on the run, let him a little bit too much, but we did take him. He's going to be a gold silver brown bear, so a pretty nice one there. And now I am really curious if we got that melanistic, and actually I'm really curious if it was a melanistic. Whatever it is down right here, and if you look closely, it kind of looks like it should be a melanistic, doesn't it? Let's find out what it is. So it's gonna be a gray. I don't believe that's a rare. It's definitely an uncommon, and we did hit it 2 times. The first shot, what is happening here? Again, she was down on the ground and we took the shot right below the head, so it should have hit like here, not there. I don't know what is going on, but then we got an intestine hit at 400 yards out, which did help bring it down quite a bit faster. I just picked up a track from a decent dark brown bear, and it led us to this. It's a guaranteed gold potential brown bear. He's about 280 right there, but if we get any closer, we aren't going to be able to see him. So we actually have to back up just a touch. That's going to be him right there, but it's kind of cool the fact that he is a dark brown. So I'm really curious what he's going to look like. So let's go for about a 320 yard shot here. I was a tad bit low, but I think we should be good because he wasn't quite 320. Yeah, no, he smoked. As a matter of fact, there he is laying right there, right in front of us here. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll even take a picture of him, depending on how cool he looks. Yeah, and the position that he went down on top of that rock couldn't have been much more perfect. Honestly, that's gonna make for a really cool picture just like that, right there. Awesome, and let's pick him up. So yeah, ended up getting a 333 yard, a stomach, liver, and a right lung shot, and he's gonna be a 25 gold, a dark brown. So again, he's not a rare, but he's definitely an uncommon, which is pretty cool. That's another decent boar. He's not quite big enough to be a gold, but he's a pretty solid brown bear. He's about 180 yards out right there, quartering at us just a slight bit. But if we hog tight to that front shoulder, we should be able to get enough penetration to bust through and get a single. Oh, there was 2 of them. There was 2 of them. There. Oh, it was only a female. Okay, good, good, good. So like I said, we should definitely have been able to penetrate through and get a single lung on that first brown bear that we took a shot at. In fact, I saw him run over this way, and then I kind of lost sight of him as we spotted that second brown bear, which ended up being a sow, so it's not really that big of a deal. But if you look right here, that's definitely a nice vital hit. And he ran back that way, and there he is down right there. So he actually made it almost over to where that sow is, and then piled up right here. I believe he's a gold as well, but he's not going to make gold. 23.10 silver, but we pulled off a double lung at 180. Not bad. It's not a brown bear, but that might be one of the biggest must deer that I've ever seen right there. He's a max weight and a max scoring potential must deer. He's also the dark color, and we only have the bow to be able to try and make this happen. So we're about 90 yards out, and we're gonna try and get to, well, ideally like 40, but we'll see how that goes. You know what? I think we're gonna get to somewhere around 60 yards, and at that distance, I'm gonna feel pretty comfortable to take the shot. He's actually quartering at us quite a bit, but if we zero in for 60 and hold a little bit high because the wind's kind of blowing in our face, we should be able to put that thing right on the money. Right now we're about 75 yards out. Look at the size of the fangs on that thing. Holy. But I think what we're probably gonna do is get to about 66 yards. and let one fly, because I feel pretty comfortable right here. We're looking at pretty much 60, 66 right there. And I think we can make this happen. No! Perfect shot! We dropped him. 66 yards out and a perfect drop shot. I was holding a little bit low, so it should have been pretty much a perfect shot. Looks like a nice vital hit, as you can see from the blood right there. But let's pick him up. 245.10. He almost made diamond. I do believe that's my biggest musteer of all time. Look at the size. Oh, I can't zoom in, but look at the size of the tusks on that thing. That is so impressive. Wow. I mean, I usually don't get impressed by musteer, I'll be honest. But if you see the size of the tusks on this thing, you'll understand why I got so pumped. Anyways, we ended up pulling off a 64-yard, it looks like double lung vertebrae shot with the bow. So we're shooting high again. We are shooting high again. There's no way or no reason whatsoever that we should have shot that high, considering we're zeroed in for 60 and I'm aiming like right here. This sucker's shooting high, and it's always been doing that. I've been trying to get it fixed for the longest time, and it's already cost me some pretty cool animals because of it. But I will definitely take it, and that sucker's definitely going in our trophy lodge. Our biggest musteer of all time, right there. 245.10. You know how I said if we find anything that's going to be an 8 mythical or bigger, we're going to be taking them down with the bow? Well, let's just say we just found an absolute giant mythical brown bear. He's about 240 yards out. We have a perfect wind, and basically what we're going to have to do is belly crawl across this wide open lake here, potentially pop up on that rock right there, and we should be able to take a shot. It's going to be pretty difficult, but I have a lot of confidence that we can make this happen. We just got to take our time and move at the right moment. I rarely see mythical brown bear. In fact, I believe I only have maybe 2 in the whole 3 years or 4 years that I've been playing Medved Taiga. So they're very, very hard to find. And the fact that we found one, I'm pretty pumped. All right, guys, we are about 60 yards out from this massive brown bear. Right now we're crawling through this grass here, so we got a little bit of cover. But I'm trying to work our way around and get on top of that boulder there. However, if we do that, we're not going to have any cover. So I'm kind of debating if we should just stay down here and maybe tuck in some of those trees there, or go on top of that boulder. I haven't exactly made up my mind on what we're going to do just yet, but I know he's right there, right behind that little snow hump there. I do think we're definitely going to go up here first and kind of get a better look to see what we're dealing with. All right, so we just got eyes on some movement right here, about 80 yards out from us. That's guaranteed going to be him right there. We cannot quite spot him, and we don't have a shot. That means we're going to have to move in closer. And since the wind is shifting to the right, we're just going to follow the wind and kind of loop our way around, hook in the back there, and hopefully we can see him good enough to take a shot. So we gotta watch closely. Another tree right there. And not only that, I do believe he's like the... Oh, that's him, that's him, that's him. Oh my god, we found him. And we can actually see through a little pocket right there too. So that's a really good sign. And he's literally right where I thought he was gonna be. Right behind those 2 trees. But because the wind is shifting so much, we have to go more to the right, because if we go directly towards him, the wind's going to keep shifting and it's going to blow our cover and he's going to bust us. So actually, we might try and climb up on top of this big boulder here. I don't know if we can actually get up it, but there's a chance we might be able to. And if we can, we should be able to see pretty good. Because from down here, we really can't see very much. And we know he's right behind those 2 trees right there. but we can't see and we can't risk crouching up or he'll be gone. Well, here's the rock. Can we climb? No way. I cannot believe we're able to climb up this giant rock. It's not even a rock, it's a massive boulder that has a tree growing right out of the middle of it here. But our massive brown bear should be right there. Brr, brr. Oh my god, we smoked him. He was so close. He was so close. Oh man, that was so perfect. He's such a cool looking mythical brown bear too. He's really, really dark. Let's go take a look at him. Wow. Holy. I think he might be like a gray. That might be a gray mythical. Let's take a picture of him real quick, because that's not a bad pose that he went down in. Right like that. Let's find out what he is. He's a light brown mythical, a light brown gold mythical. And we double lunged him at 15 yards away. He scored 26.7. Pretty close to a diamond, but a light brown mythical gold. That is pretty sweet right there. And he is guaranteed going in our trophy lodge. Look how much cash we got from that thing. 1,334 cash. We took him at 15 yards as he was slightly quartering away. So I was actually holding for right about here. But because he was walking, he took a step forward and we caught him a little bit further back. But because he was quartering away, it ended up being a perfect quartering away double lung shot. And we smoked this giant mythical brown bear. Wow. That couldn't have worked out any more perfect, because we climbed up on top of that rock. I wasn't sure where he was, so I got up a little bit higher, and sure enough, there he was coming right towards us, and we let one fly. So just in case you guys are wondering where we got this massive brown bear from, we're over here by Mammothvia Tundra, and there's a little lake right here just south of kind of the main lake here where everybody hunts. And this outpost is called, I am not even trying to pronounce that. The B Plastern Eastern Outpost. And this is the main lake everybody hunts. But we got him right here, and I don't even have a brown bear zone here. He was just drinking like maybe 80 yards away from the edge of this lake right here. And we took him down at about 6:30 in the morning. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.